Welcome to week 2, everybody. This is Shift Happens, a time for library employees to hang out and talk shift. I'm Katie. I am the evening building operations person. And we got our other co-host, Kim. Kim?
Hi, I'm Kim. I'm the weekend, or for right now, the weekday person.
Nice.
So I will give a round of applause to Miss Isa for joining us today. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Isabel. At work, they know me as Isa. I'm a super senior here at UCSB studying aquatic biology. And I've been at BOPS for coming up on 2.5 years, which is really crazy. I have had a lot of growth, hair growth, and growth with
Me too.
my bosses. I love my bosses, and I love building operations, and I wish I could stay there forever. But on my free time, I don't really have a lot of free time. I spend most of it doing school stuff, but I love listening to music and going home and spending time at home.
We have Mallory here from Research Resources and Scholarly Communication. Please kind of give us a little introduction, Mallory. What do you do at work and what do you do for fun, that kind of stuff?
Sure. So at the library, I am a collection services project manager. I've been in that role for about 2 years. It's an interim role, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to do it more long term. Let's see, I've been at the library. I just had my 8-year anniversary
Wow.
as staff.
Awesome.
And then if you count my student years, it's been 12 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I was a student at UCSB from 2008 to 2012, and I worked at the music library while I was a student. And then I was hired on as staff in November of 2012 for the arts library. And I was working at the circulation desk at that point. But and then in my free time, it's weird because pandemic life. So I'm like home in all of my free time right now. But my husband and I love to cook and hang out in our backyard and watch movies and listen to music. Non-pandemic life, we love to go wine tasting and go out to yummy restaurants and that sort of thing. I miss the concerts a lot, probably is what I miss the most, but yeah.
It's a bummer. Well, when all this is over, we'll have to go wine tasting together because I very much miss wine tasting.
Yes.
Me too.
Malpal is the one who inspired me to make this podcast because we were at the Halloween party and Mallory said, "Oh, that was so much fun." I did what was it? Was it a slideshow? I did a slideshow. So thank you to Malpal.
Yeah, I messaged Katie after because she kind of talked through the slideshow and was asking everybody questions about their photos, and everybody was contributing personal stories, and I could never do that. And I was like, Katie, you should be like a talk show host or like a podcast host or something. Like, you're so good at having conversations with people.
Because I genuinely enjoy it. I like hearing, but I talk too much is the problem. Like Isa and Kim have to physically cut me off to get a word in edgewise.
Why
sometimes.
would I ever want to do that? You always
I talk too much. But thankfully, Kim has been willing to be my partner in this, so she can balance me out a little bit, and she knows just to talk over me.
Yes. But today's theme, we will be talking about cooking in the library. Student Appreciation Day is one day out of the year, and I do not remember what day that is out of the year.
It changes.
So the library will come together, or all the staff members, staff and faculty will come together and bring dishes for the student workers that work there, or the student assistants that help us along with the library. So I have been a part of it as a student and as a staff member. Mallory's been as a student and staff. Isa's only been as a student. It's so exciting seeing.
And I've only been as a staff.
Yeah, so we've gotten a whole bunch of different backgrounds, which is really fun.
I love that.
Did it happen once a quarter or once a year? Because I feel like it happened more often than once a year.
I think it was like once a quarter, but like I think the fall one is or not the fall one, the spring one, just before graduation is like, I think we go even more all out for that. It's weird. I feel like it was an art and architecture thing for a
It's evolved.
while.
It's evolved, y'all. I can tell you the
Right.
history.
So,
So at the arts library, it was once a quarter during Dead Week.
mhm.
Because
That sounds
we
right.
know that the students are working around the clock, studying around the clock, not sleeping. They need food, they need sustenance, more than
Mhm.
cup of noodles. And so, so that's where it was at the arts library when I was a student. And then when art and architecture moved over to the main library, we brought the tradition with us. And we could not have survived, and still I would imagine the art and architecture collection would say could not survive without bops, because bops is amazing. And so we started to invite bops to our student appreciation days. And then I served on the student training advisory group with Katie,
Yeah.
and we were trying to figure out different things we could do for the students. And so we talked about how we did student appreciation day. And so then it became a library wide thing that happens every fall quarter, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I'm glad y'all brought that over from the arts library. But
So, oh yeah, go ahead, Katie.
all right, so you were a student, like you said, at the music library. So you have been on both sides of student appreciation, which
Yes.
is pretty cool. And so like, okay, so when you were a student, what was like the one thing that you really want, like you were always hoping was there, and it was like your favorite thing?
Oh, that's a hard one because there are so many foodies in the library. Like, I think that is something that people wouldn't really maybe expect, but the library is the home of foodies on campus, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was this cherry dessert that one of the staff members used to make, and it was like tart cherries with like sweetened condensed milk in like a casserole dish, and it had like a graham cracker topping, and you could eat it like cold. It was really good
Oh
cold or at like room
man.
temperature, because student appreciation day, the food sits out for a while, so you have
Right.
to like make something that like is good at room temperature or is okay cold. That I loved that dessert, and that staff member knew that I loved it, and she would always make it. And then so when I got hired on as staff, we would do birthday celebrations, and she would sometimes come and bring it, and it was so special.
Is she still
That
around, or?
She's not. She actually retired, and I was hired into her position. So
Oh, so
that
it's
was
like
really
full
cool.
circle.
Yeah, yeah,
That's so cute.
yeah.
I love it.
That dish, and then pigs in a blanket, which sounds so
Oh my
like
Oh no,
gosh.
we love it.
it's basic, but they were
I
made with
am
love. So
a
they were like,
basic nooker so don't worry about it.
and like I had never had them. And there was so many like foods that like I had never had growing up, and I was introduced to them at Student Appreciation Day, which is just so cool.
It
But
is.
so then like you graduated and your cherry dessert went away. Sad face. Did you like what did you bring now that you're on the other side of that? What did you bring to contribute for that?
So in the beginning, I loved making cupcakes, and I loved making like all different types of cupcakes. Um, but then after a while, I got a little lazy, if I'm being honest. I used to bring like 5 things, and I would have to take like 7 trips back and forth from like my car to the library.
You can always call us and we'll help you. We'll send the students over to help you bring your stuff in.
And I don't know if it's just because I've like gotten older or what, but now I like bring like 2 things, and I try to like bring it all in one trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like what I'm probably semi-famous for are my barbecue meatballs.
Yes. I admit when I asked you that question, I knew the answer.
I also knew you were going to say those meatballs.
Yep.
The best was when you would walk into the library and you could smell the meatballs.
I think Issa has some strong feelings about your meatballs.
Yeah, one of my years working for the library, there was some sort of event on the second floor right above the staircase, and you invited our students to go and get some of the food from there, and one of the things I got were the meatballs, and I was like, oh, they were amazing. Like they melted in my mouth, like they were just so flavorful, and I just can't stop thinking about them since that day.
Yeah.
I love that. I've actually had some students who have like since graduated and stuff. They'll like text me randomly and be like, "Can I have your recipe for your meatball?" It's so funny.
They're so good. Like Issa's not the only one who's been like, "Oh my gosh, the meatballs are amazing."
Oh yeah, no, trust. When I was a student, that's what I would look forward to every year. And me and Rob, or my boss at the time, and Katie's coworker when she first got hired, Rob,
Rob,
he would
I
always
miss
be
Rob.
like, "Can you steal me a couple of meatballs?" Like,
Aw.
he's like, "I want some of the other students to
Aw.
get some," and I was like, "Yeah." Like he's because he knew that the rest of the other students were gonna get them, so he's like, "Try to get some for like other students too." And I'm like, "Yeah." So
Right.
yeah, I
Shout
would
out
always
to
get so
Rob.
excited. Yes,
Rob
miss
is
Rob.
missed very much.
So the question that's on my mind and it may be on everyone else's mind is, have you cooked in the fourth floor kitchen before?
I have not. The fourth floor kitchen kind of scares me, if I'm being honest.
It is a little sketchy. For those of you who don't know, there's a fourth floor staff lounge with a full kitchen. But I feel like all the appliances are super sketchy up there.
I like don't want to start a fire. That's like there's too much fuel in the library.
I
I'm
know.
way too scared. I mean,
feel
there was one time that we assembled like worms and mud, like the Halloween dessert that's chocolate pudding and gummy worms.
Oh, yeah.
So if you count that, I mean, we did that, but there wasn't any fire involved, so
That's probably for the best. I don't think
yeah.
I don't think I would use that stove,
Yeah.
honestly.
I feel like the fourth floor kitchen is, aside from all the risky equipment in there, I feel like it just gives up really creepy vibes too. Like when you walk in, it's usually always really dark, and you're like wondering if someone's gonna be, I don't know. In my mind, I'm just like, I wonder if like someone's gonna be hiding around the corner. Like, what if I walk in on someone taking a nap or something?
Yeah, the kitchen is sketchy, but the fridge is nice. The fridge works. That's what matters.
Yes.
But do you have any like deep dark like cooking tips or secrets that like really helps you out on the regular, or?
So I would say that I probably taught my husband how to cook. I think I could say that. I think that's fair.
That's awesome.
And one of the things that I would tell him is to like read the whole recipe first before you start.
Yes.
I feel like that's a really big one. Because sometimes they hide things like 5 steps down that you were supposed to do like 3 steps ago.
Right.
Yeah. That, and I always like to make enough for leftovers. I feel like that's really helpful because then you could have them the next day for lunch, or like if you make something that's really yummy, then you have more.
I have a question for you, Mallory. What's your like go-to dish to cook at home? Like say you're having dinner, what's like one of your favorite things to make?
We make a lot of tacos. I love tacos so much. And so we just recently bought an Instant Pot this year, and we've been making lots of stuff in the Instant Pot. And I have a recipe for spicy pineapple chicken. It's kind of like adobada chicken, I would say. It's got like
That
the
sounds
same
amazing.
flavors. Yeah, and so we make that, and we'll make tacos with it, and sometimes I'll make nachos with it. So probably tacos, and then something else that we've been starting, or we've been doing since the pandemic, is steak night, date night Friday, date night, steak night Friday.
Oh, that's
And so we'll
cute.
make like a steak dinner with like steak and baked potato and asparagus and some romesco sauce and have some wine. And it's something really nice to like look forward to at the end of the week.
Instant pots are like crock pots, right? It's the same thing.
So
Or no?
Instant Pot can slow cook, but its key thing is that it's a pressure cooker.
Oh, okay.
So it cooks things really fast. So you can cook chicken like super fast.
Mhm.
Okay. I think
Even
I've
from
seen
like
that at Costco.
frozen. Yeah, they have. We got
Oh.
ours at Costco. Yeah.
That's like, I feel like
Costco's
that's
great.
like the new wave. Like everyone has Instant Pots now.
Yeah.
They're really cool because you can make like yogurt. You could use it as a rice cooker too. It has like so many different functionalities.
I have to get that. I'm always like, there's always some new piece of like kitchenware that I'm wanting.
My recent buy for the kitchen was a microwave oven. It's a very good investment if y'all are living in a studio with no oven. So
Oh, you're a little cute. Your place is so cute, though.
Do y'all want to see the cookbook I bought from Urban Outfitters recently? I
Yes.
don't ever shop at Urban Outfitters, but one of my friends likes to go, and I go with her sometimes. And I don't usually go there. The clothes is expensive, so I went to like the section with like little candles and stuff, and I found this, and I thought it was too cool to not get.
That's
Oh my gosh.
amazing. I like Snoop Dogg.
Me too. Very interesting find for sure.
If you make something out of that cookbook, you'll have to take a picture of it and send it.
I will.
We'll do a follow-up segment. How about like growing up, like looking back, what was like your favorite dish that maybe like a family member made that you as like a little kid would just get like super excited about?
So it's really cool because I my dad is Mexican and my mom is white, and my mom learned how to cook a lot from my dad's mom, so my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, and my aunts, my dad's sisters. And so she makes really good Mexican food.
Oh man.
And I would say probably my favorite thing growing up was chili verde. And
Ooh.
so, yeah.
so it is my time to do the shameless promotion of the week.
Do do do.
So, our shameless promotion of the week, I kind of brought it up earlier, is our favorite cider places or just our favorite places in general that we like to go drinking at. So, me and Katie, and I think Mallory, you have been here once, right? To Cider Co., SB Cider Co., which is
Yes.
off
I
of
got my
Rutherford Street. Yeah.
do do do.
I don't,
It's
I have,
backwards. Shoot.
I can
Oh,
see
well.
it fine. It looks good.
yeah, it looks good.
Mhm.
I love their. I think this is the apple pie flavor. I was feeling holiday-ish.
Yeah, I have that too. That's exactly what I'm drinking. I'm not going to lie.
It's the good stuff. My
So,
favorite though is their
exposed yourself.
pineapple flavors.
oh yeah, they're so good.
So they're super nice people, local. Loved it. Normally, it's a great place to hang out. Right now, they're only doing pickup and to-go orders. And right across the way is Alubia's Kitchen, so you can get amazing food and your cider in one convenient stop. And I think Isa has a really cool place down where she's from that she goes to. What's the place called, Isa? Or
It's called SoCal Vibes Co. It's in Gardena, so back close to where I'm from. And it's a brewery, and what I get there usually is called mead. It's a honey wine, so different than cider. They sell cider there too, but the mead is really good. They have two different flavors that I like. One blueberry, and the other one is cactus cooler, so it's like pineapple.
Ooh.
And really, really good. And I don't have a can with me, but I do have this coaster that I got from there. Yeah, they're also just doing pickup right now since everything's closed.
Yeah, I hope you can check them out, and I hope very soon we can all go back to actually hanging out there again.
Yeah, it's a really nice environment there.
So chill, so nice. The people who work there are the best. So yeah, check it out. Get some to go for now, and then come hang out. We forgot to ask Mallory, what is your funniest or weirdest library story? That's my favorite question.
Yes.
So I probably say, so when I was a student at the music library, if you've never been to the music library before, they have listening rooms where you can listen to CDs and vinyl records. And it's really cool because there's speakers in the room, so it's a great spot for studying. I used to love studying in there. And so my husband, who at the time was my boyfriend, I was like, hey, you should really come study at the music library. You can check out some vinyl records and, check out a listening room and study in there. And he was like, okay, that sounds good. So he came, he checked out some CCR vinyl records and went into
Nice.
the listening room. Yeah. And a few minutes later, like somebody opens the door to the stacks and I just hear music blaring, like so loud. And I was like, oh my God, who is that? And so I go into the like hallway where the listening rooms are. Sure enough, it's Dominic and he has the music blaring. And so I'm like pounding on the door trying to get
What are you doing?
and I'm like, the rooms are not soundproof. And he's like, they're not.
Oh no.
It's like, no, turn it down. You're going to get me in trouble. It was, I mean, to be fair, he wasn't the first one to think that they were soundproof because they have like the sound
Right.
stuff in them, but they're definitely not soundproof.
They're
so,
sound resistant.
Yes, yes.
Oh
But
my gosh. That is
Yeah.
so funny.
that was pretty funny. And then he was too embarrassed to come back and
Oh
check out.
no.
But,
Poor guy.
yeah. But
At least he was playing some good music really loud. So there's
it's true. Well, and it's funny because like sometimes you hear like instrumental music or jazz music or like, you know, other types of music that people are studying, and he had classic rock blaring.
heck yeah. Credence. Love it.
Yeah,
I grew up listening to that with my dad. It's good stuff.
it is for sure.
I feel like that's something that would happen to me. Like
I
honestly,
think it's
That's why-
soundproof.
I have definitely been in a situation where I'm in my car and I'm like, oh come on, this guy has to walk faster, and he starts like walking faster. I'm like, oh, I didn't mean it like that.
Sorry.
So those are my bad situations.
Oh no. You know, these things, they happen.
Our next segment, we will introduce as Pictionary. So we are going to, each of us will share our screens and draw a picture that we all decided a couple words that we're gonna, or a couple of phrases, words.
Any word that is on here, anything we're drawing, can be found in or directly around the library.
So you have 30 seconds to guess it, and if you don't, just take a little swig of whatever you're drinking right now.
Yeah, what do you got over there,
Yeah, show us your
Mallory?
drink.
So I'm drinking a 2017 Syrah from Carr Winery.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
It's really good.
I'm
Sounds
also a
fancy.
wine person. All right, so I got my stopwatch here. I think Issa gets to go first.
Yes.
So go ahead and share your screen, and then Mallory, I'll tell you and Issa what I'm starting. So
Okay.
Can
ready?
you also the screen?
Yes. All right,
Okay.
ready, set, go.
It's harder than it looks.
Computer?
Oh, nice use of color.
Pretend this whole circle right here is red.
Okay.
No, no
Let's do
cheating.
How much time do I have
Oh,
left?
like 1 second.
Oh
Oh, you
my
gotta drink.
gosh.
That's it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my
Like,
bad.
Is it a space helmet?
Knowing in advance what
Okay,
it is, I can
let me-
definitely see it.
Let me just add one more little touch. Maybe this will help.
Okay. There we go.
This person's really tall.
He's got a really long body.
Yeah, this is a person.
Daddy long legs over there.
Oh, it's an egg chair. It's a ball
There you
chair. Okay, I'll drink because I didn't get it.
Funny.
The red should have really given it away, honestly.
Well, some of them are blue, so I can see
Yeah.
why it would have thrown you off a little. Let's
Right.
see. I think it's Kim's turn. Ready, set, go.
A book truck.
Nice. You're getting good at this.
I
Wait, she
had to
said
like
book
really
what?
get into like my library brain.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, let's see.
What did you say that it was? A book what?
A book truck, book cart,
Okay,
same thing. All right, so I think poor Issa got all the hard ones.
I know, I really did.
Just take mine. We'll switch if
Yeah.
you want mine.
It's okay.
All right,
Um,
Issa's got this.
have any of you ever hit the back of your ankle with the book cart?
No.
Not yet.
It's
Yeah.
one of the worst pains.
I also rolled over my foot with a book cart, and
Oh no.
I was not wearing closed-toed shoes.
Oh no. For
I
shame.
was breaking all the
For
rules.
shame.
Yeah, one time I hit the back of my ankle with the book cart, and I was wearing closed-toed shoes and pretty thick
Oh.
socks, and it tore off like a big chunk of my skin.
You know what? I
It
think
was-
I remember
Yeah,
that. I
I
think
think-
I remember that because we were worried it was going to get like infected or something. Yeah.
People don't realize
was
how dangerous
horrible.
libraries can be.
They are. We should have everybody wear helmets.
Yeah, even when you're following the rules, you can still
Yeah.
It's
rip
true.
off your skin.
Always wear closed-toed shoes in your local library.
I feel like this one might be hard.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do this one, frankly. So bear with me.
You could draw 2 separate pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm ready when you are.
All right, ready, set, and go.
Okay. So we've got this guy and here. And then there we go. This is
Oh, a leaf?
yes!
Like the leaf scooter?
Oh, close. It's like it's
Oh, the leaf car! Duh!
sorry. I probably shouldn't have said yes so soon. I thought you had it.
I was trying to be specific.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Oh, shoot.
You can see him in your head, but it's hard to.
Okay.
Earbuds? No. The onion lights? The
Oh
paseo?
my
Circulation
gosh!
desk?
You do that.
How did you get that? What the? These were supposed to be difficult.
I'm so glad you got that. I didn't think you were gonna get that.
Oh
like-
man.
AirPods?
I could see how you'd think AirPods. They were kind of like AirPoddy shapes, but
So which one was it? Because I said like 5 things. Was it the onion lights?
yeah.
Okay.
I know I for sure would never have gotten that, so I am highly impressed.
I think
I
the
do
desk helps.
remember when the renovation was happening, the first time I saw those onion lights, I was like, oh my God, they're beautiful. I was like so mesmerized by them.
They
And
really are neat.
My cubicle right now, if I turn around, I can see them behind me. So it's really cool.
Oh, that's so cool. Those things are cheese and rice and a half though to change if the light bulbs die, we have to get a lift in there and somebody has to get up there and change it. But they're lovely when they're working.
Yeah.
I remember being so happy and satisfied after they got fixed. Like, yay, it's beautiful again.
Thank you too so much for coming onto the show today. It was so nice having you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
know,
for
it's been
having me.
But if anybody has any questions for Malpal or Issa or Kim or me or just in general about the library, we can't promise that we'll know the answer, but we can promise that we will do our best to chase it down. Thank you so much. If you made it all the way, thanks so much for watching this. We really appreciate it. We have so much fun doing this. And we appreciate you joining us for the fun. All right. Good night, everybody. Mwah. See you
Night.
later.
go back to my place and, oh, I see you left at some point.